Welcome to George on Cars. Today, I've got an amazing video. I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you don't want to buy a Gen 5 Toyota 4Runner. But before we get to the video, I want to remind you that if you're enjoying the content on the channel, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like and subscribe button, as it helps the channel get some visibility, and it only takes a second. And by the way, if there's any content you want to see on the channel, let me know in the comments section below, or send me an email at georgeoncars@gmail.com, and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, I'm expecting to get some hate here from the 4Runner faithful. This truck has a cult following like no other. People love these things, probably because they're so capable and rugged. As a matter of fact, people love these things so much, Toyota's been scared to update this vehicle, and it's essentially been the same since it launched in 2010, aside from a minor facelift in 2014. Well, all that has changed for the 2025 model year, and whether you like it or not, we're getting an all-new 4Runner, but I'm going to save that for a separate video. Right now, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you shouldn't get a Gen 5 Toyota 4Runner, so here we go. Okay, reason number 1, the tech in this thing is ancient. The backup camera has poor resolution, and there's only an 8-inch screen for the infotainment system, which is mediocre at best. And even though there's a backup camera, there's no backup sensors, so when you're reversing, you'd better be careful. There's also no power liftgate, no wireless cell phone charger, no remote start, and only one USB charging port in the front. I have also never seen such a cheap key fob in my entire life. I could go on, but you get the point. For what you're spending, you're missing a lot of things that you'd get standard in a similarly priced Kia or Ford. Okay, next up is you don't need a heavy-duty off-road vehicle. Okay, the 4Runner I have here isn't the TRD Pro with the skid plates and the silly roof cage that you're never going to use, but the point is all the same. Most people that buy these vehicles don't go off-road, or if they do, they're going to places that you can get to in my all-wheel drive Ford Edge. Most of you are going to the mall, the grocery store, or dropping the kids off at soccer practice. And if that's all you're doing, or your idea of off-roading is the occasional snowstorm, you'd be much better off and happier in a Highlander. It rides nicer, has better tech and comfort, and much better fuel economy. You don't need Fox shocks and a locking differential to go to Costco. Third up is the powertrain in this vehicle. A version of this V6 has been around since the early 2000s. It only generates about 270 horsepower and 278 pound-feet of torque out of 4 liters of displacement, which is pretty bad. The engine isn't overly smooth, and it doesn't move this vehicle with any authority at all. The only good thing about this engine is it will last forever. The bad thing is you won't want it to. Also, does any other manufacturer have a 5-speed automatic transmission anymore? The shifts are slow, not overly smooth, and having a 5-speed automatic in a vehicle this expensive in 2024 is unacceptable. By the way, you'll only be getting about 17 miles per gallon in combined driving with this engine and transmission combination. Next is the 2025 4Runner is just around the corner, and it's going to be awesome, so why not wait for the new one? It's going to be better in every possible way, and you won't need to put up with any of the negatives of owning a Gen 5 4Runner. You're going to get a new gauge cluster that is cool, an infotainment system which looks great, and it has a huge screen and all the modern features you want and expect. And even though the new engine is only going to be a 4-cylinder, it's going to make way more power and torque. The transmission's also going to be an 8-speed, which is light years ahead of the current unit. You'll be getting better fuel economy and a much nicer interior too. Not to mention, the new 4Runner looks way better than the current one in my opinion. Finally, and this is going to be like a dagger in the heart to the 4Runner faithful, there's other better alternatives if you're looking for a vehicle that is off-road capable, or if you just want to look the part. You can get yourself a used Ford Bronco or a Jeep with more modern tech for less money. Now, I know the quality and durability of those vehicles isn't on par with the 4Runner, but unless you're going to keep this thing for an eternity, that's not going to matter. You might be better off getting a Ford Bronco with a Sasquatch package and an extended warranty if you only plan on keeping your 4Runner for a few years. You're going to get better off-road capability, much more modern tech, and the doors and the roof come off the Sasquatch, which make it uber cool. Well, that's it. Those are 5 reasons that I don't think you should buy a Gen 5 Toyota 4Runner. To be honest though, I've been driving this one all week and I love it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.